Hello students, welcome back to the class. Last class we have discussed about power and functions of State Council of Ministers. We have discussed about various powers and functions of State Council of Ministers. In this class we will continue the topic, and this will be the last class for the State Council of Ministers. Okay, in power and function of State Council of Ministers we have discussed. Okay, so first what we have discussed in the last class about this 6 important functions. Okay, one is formation of state government policies, maintenance for administrations, coordination function, power and appointment, rule in making law, maintenance of law. So remaining functions like financial function, collective responsibility and other functions. Okay, these 3 functions today we will discuss, students. So already in the last class we will recapitulate it. Okay, after discussing this again we will recapitulate everything. Already we know that Constitution of India have provided a parliamentary form of government at state level. In the state level, if you see, Governor, State Council of Ministers and Chief Ministers are called as state executive. They will execute the law. Okay, whatever the state executive, in the sense whenever the laws are implemented in, whenever the laws are prepared, then the laws will be executed. So they were called state executive. Governor, State Council of Ministers and Chief Ministers together called as state executive. And who is the head of the execution? State executive is Chief Minister is the head of the state executive. Similarly at central level, Prime Minister is the head of central executive. When you are talking about central level, Prime Minister, Prime Minister, Union Council of Ministers and President act as the central executive, and Prime Minister is the head of central executive. So these all things we have discussed. One is formation of, now we will discuss about the financial function, we will discuss about the collective responsibility of State Council of Ministers, and in this class we will discuss about the other function. Okay, now first one, see, financial function. When you are talking the functions which are related to the money or finance, State Council of Ministers plays very important role in the financial function also. State Council of Ministers will control the finance, particularly, okay, from one state finance ministers are mainly responsible for maintaining the finance. So ministries that comes under Council of Ministers. So this Council of Ministers will control the part of finance also, and they will determine the fiscal policy. Finance ministers will determine the fiscal policy. What is called fiscal policy? Using of government revenue, how to use the government revenue and expenditure, how to overcome from the expenses, that is called as fiscal policy. Government will get different type of revenue in the form of tax. How to utilize this income for development purpose, how to utilize this income for the upliftment of financial section. So that is about fiscal policy, how to utilize uses of government revenue and overcome from the expenses, that is called as fiscal policy. Who will determine this fiscal policy? State Council of Ministers will determine the fiscal policy. They will prepare a plan how to utilize the income, how to use for development activities, everything else. And State Council of Ministers will implement this all for development policies. So just now I said State Council of Ministers implement different type of policies. So one policies will be development policy. Okay, most of the development policies State Council of Ministers were going to be implemented. So here what we have discussed in the financial function, State Council of Ministers plays very important role in the financial matter. State Council of Ministers plays very important role. So State Council of Ministers will determine the fiscal policy. In this policy, the State Council of Ministers will determine fiscal policy is nothing but how to use the government revenue and expenses. Expenses are nothing but how to overcome from that point. So that all things will be decided by the State Council of Ministers only. And this State Council of Ministers will implement different type of development policies. To develop the country, they will implement different type of development policy. So that is also under the control of State Council of Ministers. Okay, policies like development of education, okay, etc. Development of sanitation, construction of roads, development of roads. Okay, so development of society. So to develop the society, State Council of Ministers will form a different type of policy and different type of plan, etc. Now if you see the collective responsibility, what is the responsibility of state is, State Council of Ministers are responsible to the Legislative Assembly. Even Chief Minister and State Council of Ministers both are responsible to the Legislative Assembly. They will take care of the Legislative Assembly. State Council of Ministers are responsible for day-to-day administrations in the state level. They are only responsible to the functioning of Legislative Assembly also, because they are the real executive. So State Council of Ministers are the real executive. For important matter, they will advise the governor. See, these State Council of Ministers and Chief Ministers plays very important role in advising the governor, and that's why they are responsible to the Legislative Assembly. When you are talking about some other functions, if you see, State Council of Ministers have different type of functions. First, other functions when you are talking about it, State Councils of Ministers are very important for preparing speeches. Children, we know that different type of speech, like whenever the 26th January or during the Republic Day or Independence Day, speech is very important. So who will plan and who will prepare that speech? State Council of Ministers will plan and prepare the speech, even for important delegates meetings. Okay, State Council of Ministers only will prepare the speeches to the governor. What type of information or what type of matter they have to speak, who will decide? The State Council of Ministers only will decide, and that's why the real power is also under the control of State Council of Ministers. They will only decide what to speak. Okay, so important information such as speech will be prepared by State Council of Ministers to the governor, and State Councils of Ministers will advise the administrations. Okay, that all things. So children, overall this State Councils of Ministers we have discussed briefly. Once again we will come back to the point. So first one, already I said you the State Councils of Ministers are very important. In compositions we have discussed, the State Councils of Ministers are at least 15%. Their total number of population should be 15% of Legislative Assembly. In some states, depending upon the population, we can find Legislative Assembly, but whatever the strength may be, according to the population of Legislative Assembly, 15% of strength which will be determined by the State Council of Ministers. The strength is 15%, and one more point is the strength should not be less than 12 members. Okay, whatever the condition may be, the strength should not be less than 12 members. Okay, in every Legislative Assembly, the number of members who are working in the Council of Ministers, who are working or who are part of Legislative Assembly, their membership should not be less than 12 members. Okay, this is also one point. So they played a very important role. So these are the functions we have discussed. First one, formation of state government policy, maintenance of administration, coordinating functions, power and appointment, role in making law, maintenance of law, financial functions, collective responsibility, other functions. In first part we have discussed formation of government policy. State governments are responsible for formulating the different plans and different type of policies. So State Council of Ministers are taking very important decisions with the Chief Ministers, and under the leadership of Chief Minister, State Councils of Ministers will prepare different type of plans, different type of policies, etc. Okay. Second thing we have discussed, that maintenance of administration. So maintenance of administrations and day-to-day administrations were under the control of State Council of Ministers. Okay. State Councils of Ministers are responsible for laws and order. State Councils of Ministers are responsible for making the laws, and State Councils of Ministers are only responsible for implementing the law. Implementing the laws also State Councils of Ministers plays important role. So overall, if you see that State Councils of Ministers plays very important role for maintaining of administration. Okay. Next point is coordination functions. State Councils of Ministers plays a very important role, children. They will promote, there are different type of departments will be there. Each and every department should be coordinated, and they should have cooperations with themselves, and then only the state runs successfully. So it is the State Councils of Ministers will promote coordinations in between the different department. So he will promote the coordinations in between the different department to functioning the states perfectly. Okay. Next we have discussed about power and appointment. State Councils of Ministers are responsible for appointing of eminent persons such as state finance ministers, state finance ministers will be there. Okay. And there are different type of chairman, vice chairman of universities. So different type of chairman will be appointed, vice chairman will be appointed. Okay. And different type of eminent persons are appointed. Only these members like vice chairman, vice chancellor or chairman, all these eminent persons are appointed only on the advice of State Councils of Ministers given to the governor. First, state councils of ministers will give advice to the governor to appoint eminent person, and the governor on the advice of state councils of ministers will appoint all these eminent persons like state finance commission or a chairman or vice chancellor of any universities, etc. Now, after that we have discussed that rule in making law. State councils of ministers responsibilities to prepare the law. Okay, day to day administration responsibilities to prepare the law, and they have to see that laws and orders should be proper in the state level. So they are only responsible for maintaining the laws and order, and their responsibility is maintaining the rule in law. So, and maintenance of laws and order, which is comes under the state list. I already said you lists are mainly classified into 3 types. If you wanted to maintain maintenance of laws and order, that comes under state government. State government have right to take the laws and orders in the state level, so that comes under state list. In that condition, responsibility of chief minister and council of minister have to see that the laws and orders should be functioned properly. Then we have discussed that this is financial function. State council of ministers are controlling the finance matter, and state councils of ministers will determine the fiscal policy, what type of government income and expenses, how to be utilized. That everything is under the control of state council of ministers. State councils of ministers are important, and they will implement the development policies and all. Collective responsibility, when you are saying that this is the collective responsibility, collective responsibility, state councils of ministers are mainly responsible for the legislative assembly, and then we have discussed that other important functions of state council of minister is, so state councils of ministers will prepare the speeches, and sometimes they will advise the administration. They will prepare the speeches of governor. In whatever the speeches are there, state councils of ministers will prepare the speeches to the governor, and they will advise to the administrations, advice. So children, these are the important powers and functions of council of ministers we have discussed. So in the next class tomorrow we will go for the new topic. In tomorrow's topic we will discuss about legislative assembly, and legislative council will discuss. So this is our next topic, legislative assembly and legislative council. We are still in unit 4, children. We will meet you in the next class, students.